Yeah, so good morning, mobile developers. If you're okay, good to see you once again. We are in the four. Our topic is on data utilities of utilities. So these are the small programs that provide additions.
Sound.
Sound is bad.
You are not clear enough.
Yes, sound ni mbaya.
It's so bad. How about now?
Alan, your voice normally goes to sleep mode when presenting.
I don't know why. How about now?
Better.
It keeps on changing.
I don't know why my voice keeps on changing. I don't know. But and I'm just very close to the microphone. I'm very close to my machine, guys. I don't really know why. Is it better, John?
Yes.
It's
No.
okay now. It's okay
No,
now.
it's not.
Sometimes it goes down and up.
Alan will forget and then starts talking slowly.
Okay, I'll not talk slowly. I'll maintain this height, rather this energy. So,
Hey.
okay, I'll not talk. Yeah. So utilities are the small programs that add additions or add additional capabilities to what you've been learning. So you're supposed to explore various utility features in that we have string manipulation, collection, file handling, and data and time operations. Provide practical examples and use case for each utility category. So in computers, a utility is a small program that provides an addition to the capabilities provided by the operating system. In some cases, in some usages, a utility is a special and non-essential part of the operating system. I don't know if you once heard of a type of softwares. We had the application software, utility software. Yeah, so this is just what provides an addition to the capabilities provided by the entire operating system. So the first one in our data programming is date and time. Well, we all know that if you're building something, for example, and you want to integrate your calendar or rather date and time, it has to it has to be the exact date so that you can talk about the future date, you can talk about the current date, you can even talk about date plus 10 days, you see. So you're just trying to play with dates or rather the whole calendar. So that offers utilities for working with date and times with the somebody is called class. So working with dates and times, including classes for representing dates, times, durations, and intervals. These utilities allow developers to perform various operations like data arithmetic, that's adding, subtracting, or trying to say that past the current state, formatting, passing, and time zone handling. So about the time zone handling, I'm sure we have people who are not, we are not only in one country. So this one we can all relate to. We are in different time zones and I need to fetch the time in Nigeria. I need to fetch the time in Mombasa, Kenya. See? So here is a very short program. As we always do, I'll share it to you. And then somebody text me the Q&A. Somebody text me the Q&A. So that I can send this code. Okay. I will answer it here. doesn't send all of it. If you are not, okay, are you able to copy from this end? Oh, it seems to be very long. I can't copy paste here. Where do I paste it so that you can all see it? Since you cannot. If I paste and dot. So let's also this. So
Alan, do you mind zooming your screen or maybe maximizing it?
is it better now?
No.
Is it better? Okay, let me just.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry for that pickup. We are back. So we were talking about our date and time. Here is our code for it. So the first line of it is we are trying to import the input that package to format and pass data types. Remember, there's a time we talked about import that math. That was the library too. The library, or rather the package that comes comes with all the mathematical operations, all the constants, all the pi's and stuff like that. So in this case, this is the one that's responsible for date and time. Okay. So we're going to start our void main function. We are going to get the current date and time. Okay. So date time, you just put it as a variable, which equals to date time dot now. So once you put dot now, it actually gets the date of now, this moment. Okay, it's actually the one that gets the date of this moment. So as you can see, our explainer says get the current system data type. Current system data type. So we are going to print current date and time is now. So this is the dollar sign used when you're trying to concatenate is now. Print the current date and time. So how about we want to create a specific date and time? We're trying to be specific. Like we want it to create maybe a date of September or even other, which is not now. So that time, the keyword here is that time. Then a variable name is equal to the specific date, which equals to that time in brackets 2024 September 10th and 14 and 30. You can see that there 2:40 p.m. rather 14:30 hours. Okay, so this one specifically creates a date time object for 10th September 2024 at 2:30 p.m. So you can make it create a specific data type, like you don't want to instruct it. Like the library comes with all the dates, all the calendars, so you can just try to get a specific one. So if you print specific date time, you will get now your September 10th, 10th September 2024. Okay. You can also format dates and time. Remember, we're just trying to explore all things that we can do with date time. We're not trying to format it. You know how there's always some forms you fill, some start with year, day, and month. Some start with year, month, and day. So that's formatting. In which format do you want your date to appear? Okay. In which format do you want your date to appear? So string formatted date is equals to date format into brackets. You want to start here. The 4Y stand for year. 2M stand for month. DD is for day. This one is for. Someone say what K stands for.
Oh,
Does an hour start with a K? M, minutes. Right?
Minutes.
Yeah. So we'll see what the K stands for. Also. You can see we have hour, but you can denote it using K or H. So if you print your formatted date and time, you will get it in that format of year, month, day, hour, and minutes. I think it should be very simple, right? So you can also pass a date string. String date string is equals to, like you can also write your date as a string. Remember, we talked about data types. We said that a string is usually inside. Usually inside. Guys, a string is usually somewhere.
what?
Yeah, string is usually inside quotes. And we all know that if you write 2024, 9th, 10th, 14th, 30th, that's a number. But if you convert the number into a string, you just need to close it inside. Not even close it, just surround it with quotes. Yeah, surround it with quotation marks. That makes it a string. So you come and you say that time. So this one you passed it into a string. That time, past date. You're now giving it a variable name. Past date is equals to date format. You want it appears as a year, month, day, hour, minute. As of this. At the same time, you are now passing it into a string. Dot pass date string. You refer to the string date string. So this one passes the string into a datetime object. In short, we just passed a date string. Passed the string into a datetime object. So now you you've had your string, but now you've converted it. Or rather, you started with a string, now you've converted it to a datetime object. So it will print the datetime. The keyword is datetime, one is using a group, and now the string has been converted into this object called data. You come here, you print your date, time, and print your past data. So data arithmetic, you can add 2 days to today, 3 days to tomorrow, 4 days to yesterday. So we're just trying to get each past. So data arithmetic. That time tomorrow is equals to. So what do I do if I want to get tomorrow's date in normal? How do you get tomorrow's date?
You add +1 to the current date.
Somebody else? Somebody else? How do you know tomorrow's date? Guys, can't you even look at the calendar? Like, I'm sure if you look at the calendar, you can tell tomorrow's date, right? But now, this is now the code part of it. How do we tell the compiler that on tomorrow's date? We add 1 day to today's date, which is now. We add 1 to now. Okay, so line 22 tells us how to add 1 to today, which is now, which will give us tomorrow date. So just look at that line. Expansion add 1 day to the current date to get tomorrow's date. Then you print tomorrow. So we expect that line 22 and 23 will give us tomorrow's date. Okay, how do I get yesterday?
Subtract 1.
Somebody else?
Look at the calendar.
Yeah, you can subtract 1 if I look at the calendar. But now in technical terms, you will subtract 1. So date time yesterday, a variable called yesterday, is equals to now dot subtract. Then into bracket, duration, then days. How many days are you subtracting? Subtract 1 day from the current date to get yesterday's date. Yeah. So in short, I can get yesterday using, if I'm creating a program that now is trying to capture user information, that if you fill this within 2 days, you are eligible. If you fill it beyond 2 days, you are invalid. Something like that, right? So duration. So duration is usually the length of something, right? The length of an occurrence or something like something ongoing. Okay? So we do not keep using the word duration. So give it a variable name. Duration is equals to what's the duration of is equals to duration. Days are 5, hours are 3, and minutes are 30. So this one, we just create a duration of 5 days, 3 hours, and 30 minutes. Yeah, it will give the total duration. We want to print out the total duration. Okay. So how do you get an interval between 2 days? Like how do you calculate the interval? Date time, you can give it a you can say future date is equal to date time. So the future date is 2024 December 31st. That's 2025. So that's the future date. Good. We all know that's the end of the year. So we want to get the difference between the future and today. Okay. We want to get the number of like the difference between 31st December and 17th July, all in 2025. So we get the difference. This is where now duration works. We want to see the duration. So duration, we give it a variable name difference is equals to future date. What did the future date stand for? 31st December, sorry. Dot difference. Remember, we are differentiating with now. Dot difference in bracket now. So this guy here calculates the difference between now and future date. When we just come and print days until future date is difference dot in days. You can tell it in hours, in days, in minutes. I think my second will be so much. Let's just capture it in days. So then we print the number of full days until the future date. Okay. Let's see if that's true. From our datapad, let's run it. Can somebody confirm how many days from now to December 31st? Somebody confirm for us?
When is this future?
31st December 2025.
Yes, Alan. December 31st is in 196 days.
So you can say that it's correct, right?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yeah. So you can play with your date. So like if you want to get future date, if you want to get past date, you want to calculate from the time of orientation all the time to the time of graduation, you can tell you. So these are just additional programs that help you achieve many, like they, they help you have additional power in your programming jungle. So anytime you're playing with date calendars, please ensure that you are rather with this because this is what will be the ones to fetch you up. This package here, line one, that's the package that actually brings the, the date package, a date and time actually. It brings all the data. So just check on the LMS. The same code is in the LMS. I know you might not be in week 3, but week 4. But yeah, just ensure that you are there. So let me just check what you are all going to. Yeah. So asynchronous programming. This one is also. Let me let you first absorb. Let me let you first digest this. But the problem is I don't know where I can share this code. Let me just paste it again on our VS Code. Just have a look at it. Yeah, somebody saying how can we install the info package in our VS Code? We'll touch on that. Have you now seen what it can do? So somebody was asking how to install the date and time package in our terminal. So that was Sylvester, right?
Yes.
So this one I can challenge you to use the Vibe code, the AI. Maybe you can just prompt it how follow the prompt, the error you're getting, then let us know from your end. Okay. Is it okay? Let's just use that from that installation. We have to have it creating the whole project. Then now we've got all the packages. So that's why I chose to use them. The that part just to ensure that you're taking the terminal. It's not yet started creating project, but if you want to go an extra mile, just go to GPT, tell it I want to send it my VS Code. You will definitely get like 2 or 3 lines of code that you're supposed to run. Yeah. So look at asynchronous. So asynchronous, that allows you to execute non-blocking operations. So again, we're talking about non-blocking operations. Yeah. So you see what that is. So even a bit crucial for handling tasks such as network requests, file I/O, file input and output, and other operations that will take time to complete. So that provides several features and mechanisms for asynchronous broadcast, including features on the sync await center. So allow me to somebody text on how does to have an interaction. Somebody text on the Q&A. Okay, take answer. I'm sure it has copied the whole code. Yeah. So I've sent that code. Kindly have a look. Kindly tell GPT to give you okay, let me say the simplest explanation ever. Okay. I'll talk slowly. Yeah. Give to the GPT and let it give you the simplest explanation ever. Then we can now discuss it in class. Wow. Is it okay?
Pardon.
You've not heard.
Yeah.
Okay. I've given you the code for asynchronous. Kindly feed it to your GPT. Then let it explain to you in the simplest terms. Then we handle it after you've got that extra explanation. I just want us to start using AI because moving forward with Flutter, we'll use AI more just to make our work cleaner, better. Okay. So you can use around 5 minutes of that, then we can all discuss it. So time starts now. So we are back to our async. So the code in the LMS is quite straight. I've added some explanations to it as well so that it becomes easier for us to interact with. So let me just paste it to our VS Code. I'm sure it's zoomed in enough. I'm sure it won't be enough. Yeah. So we're going to create a program that demonstrates how asynchronous functions work in that using future and async stroke wait. So what will this program do? It will immediately print fetching user data, then pause for 2 seconds. That's now the delay or await, simulating a network delay. You see now the way you can, okay, we can just say network buffering to simulate it, okay? Like we say, you know, my Wi-Fi is not that strong today, it's delaying a bit. So we are trying to simulate that. Then we finally print user data retrieved successfully. So we are just trying to say that my Wi-Fi is not good, it will delay for like 2 seconds, and then now it will print something, okay? So we're defining a function that simulates fetching user data from a server. So we are defining a function. So our function here is fetch user data. But now we have to start with future because now you see we are using future and async talk await. Yeah? Future, which will be a string, fetch user data, that's our function. Like we are defining a function. Then async, then inside our function, we simulate a delay of 2 seconds to mimic a time-consuming operation. Okay? So we'll simulate a delay of 2 seconds to mimic a time-consuming operation. So we are going to await, or rather wait. Future.delayed, all this delaying is used to talk about now you see the way we talked about duration, how many days, how many hours. So the delay in this case is just the delay from the word delay. What are we delaying? Like, or rather, how long are we delaying it? So delayed, you open your brackets, you have the duration of the delay you want, and you put it to be second 2. You can put it to be hours, but that one you will wait for very long. You can use like 1 minute, and then after that, after now you've delayed for 2 seconds, you print user data retrieved successfully. So after the delay of network, you return a message as if data was fetched. Okay? So here we'll just have our void main function. But now the main function where the program started executing, future void main. So now is affecting our void main function, the way we've been using it, but now it's a bit different. We start with our future void main, then async. Then inside our function, we're just going to print a message to show that the data fetch is starting. Then remember how before a function runs, for a function to run, it has to be called, right? You have to call the name of the function for it to be called, for it to run, sorry. Yeah, so that is it. We're going to call string results. So we're going to call our function here, but now we put it in a variable result is equals to await fetch user data. So the function in number 8 is the same function I'm calling in line 23. So you print the results of the simulated network. So take this one is just when you're trying to send a message on WhatsApp and your Wi-Fi is not stable. Okay, like it usually waits for like I think depends on your connectivity, but like 1 or 2 or 3 seconds should be able to send your message on WhatsApp. So allow us to run. I hope it will wait for 2 seconds. 1, 2, yeah. Let me put this to be like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. I hope there'll be a change. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Are we all seeing? Are we all seeing the delay in the number of seconds?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we can all count 1 to 5. I've put delay for 5 seconds. So let's say you are sending a message on WhatsApp and you know you'll get a delay of 5 seconds before the message goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you do sync, await. Basically, the synchronous program. So you are able to simulate the explanation that I was saying. So main is marked with a big keyword indicating that it contains asynchronous operations. You've seen our void main the way we've written it differently. Inside main, we call fetch user data, which returns a feature string. We use a way to asynchronously wait for this feature to complete. While waiting for fetch user data to complete, the execution of main is paused. So the delay is actually pausing the main function. This allows other code to run at the meantime. Once fetch user data completes, it results in assigned to results and the execution of main resumes. We print the result obtained from fetch user data. So basically, we're saying that there's a bit of delay, there's a bit of wait, and now you print out your results. Usually you don't have to cram, and if you need to use it, you can always use AI, interact with it. You can even do much practice on it, but I highly recommend you use AI because now you cannot run away from AI. Right? Yeah, when the AI is not here to replace people, but it will replace those who are not using it. Like somebody using AI will replace you, so you better use AI for your own understanding, for your own coding, for your own upskilling also. And I can ask you, how many of us have heard of something called V0? How many of us have heard of AI called V0? V0. Moses, have you heard about it?
Yes, yes, I've used it before.
Okay. You've used it. I think you can share the screen later. We just see one. You can just see what we can do with it. Okay? Just one for like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Now,
So our next thing, enums. Not now. Towards the end of it. Enums. Enums, short form for enumerations, are a feature in many programming languages, including that. In that, enums are so special as special type used to represent a fixed number of constant values, typically related to a specific domain or set of options. So enums are typically used to represent a fixed number of constant values. So what are some of the constant values? You know days of the week. Another one, months of the year.
Football club.
Yeah, but that one can change, and a new football club can be formed, right? Like a fixed number of constant values. Seasons, we have spring, summer, autumn, and
months of the year.
last one. Yeah, months of the year, winter. So define an enumeration called date. This one I can also let you interact with it. Remember, I'm trying it. I don't want it to be a bit theoretical. I want you guys to familiarize with what's going on. So you just print. Just do that enum and let's converge after you've interacted with it. Let me give you 10 minutes. For anyone who's not able to see it there, here it is. Yeah. So just have a look at it, understand it, give it to AI to give it the simplest explanation. Then we can converge after like 10 minutes. Yeah, time starts now. Yeah, so we are back to our enums, and let's just go step by step. So what does this code demonstrate? How to define and use an enum, that how to use a switch statement with enum values, how to look through all values of an enum, how to get the name of an enum value. So we are going to define an enumeration called day. Enumeration we said short form is enum, which is used to define constant values, you know. So we are going to define an enum called day. So enums are a way to define a fixed set of constant values. So enum day, we denote it using the word enum day. Then inside that, we put all your constant values. So we use days of the week, then the name day. Right. So Monday all the way to Sunday. That's a constant set of values. We all know that a week has 7 days. How to get up to that point? Is there anyone who does not believe that a week has 7 days? Anybody who has a different opinion? Silence means nobody. So we all agree, right? So we're going to open our void main function. Inside our function, we are going to create a variable of type day and assign it the value day Monday. We are going to assign this variable value Monday. Okay, day.Monday. Day we are referring to the new, and Monday we are referring to the value of it, one of its values here. So it's Monday. So day, the variable day, it's a variable named day. Day to day is equals to day.Monday. Remember this, the variable name here comes from the new day that we created. So we are going to use a switch statement to perform different actions based on the new value. Okay. Do you remember how switch works?
Yes.
How does it work? We are matching the switch and the frequency. Okay? Matching the switch and the frequency. You can just refer to your notes if you just slipped out of your hand. So we're going to have switch today. Then we start our switch statement. Get day.Monday. If in case it's Monday, we say print start of the week. Then we break it. In case it's .Friday, day.Friday, we say print almost weekend. Then we break it. So if case is day.Saturday or day.Sunday, we print weekend. Then we break it. Then after that, the default will be midweek days because now we've captured Monday, Friday, and weekend. What's remaining is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Yeah. So from the look of things, what do we have to put? Because now we've said today is Monday. So what do we expect as an output of our switch?
Start of the week. Start of the work week.
Start of the work week, because today matches Monday from our variable here. Right. So print all possible values of the enum using data values. So this one you're just printing all possible values. And even you're just printing everything now with the expression. Okay. Okay. So you can just print the whole value of your names using data values. The other thing is get the name of a specific new value with the name, dot name property. Okay. So here, we have a new line. The name of the new value is today dot name. Today we say it is Monday, and it just put out Monday. So let's see first one we have output. So we say the first one is start of the work week because of the case matches today, not Monday. All the days of the week, that's what we got from printing all the possible values of the date of value of the line 40. Then the last part of it is the name of the new value is Monday, number 47. Yeah. So this one is basically used to store constant values. So in the workspace, you can interact with it, basically interacting with it. Okay? Yeah. Are we together, team?
Yes.
Arsenal, are we together? Yeah. Yeah, are things boiling nicely or badly? Even Oganga.
We are closing nicely.
How are things boiling?
Not so bad.
Okay. So the names are basically used to store constant values. I'm giving you, you can create an example, create an enum for a month of the year. Kind of, okay? Create enums for months of the year. You get like 3 or 4 or 5 presentations depending on first come, first served. And then now there was a student who wants to show us how to use the zero. Who was that? Was it so Peter? Bistera? Oh, it was a do. Who was that? Who was to show us how to use the zero? Sylvester.
Sorry, not me, not me.
Not you. You've run away. Who was that? Who was that kindly? Okay. We'll just go step by step from one person, okay? Okay, who is willing to we use his or her screen? We go step by step, we log into the zero, we tell it what we want us to do so that it can give us a clear UI. Nobody's ready. Read.
Yes, Alan.
Will you help us with V0?
With what?
We can use your screen to see how V0 works.
How the zero?
V0. I will just share a link.
I'm not getting the question, man.
Okay. Let's first get some enums from you students. Do some enums on years of the months of the year, then give us presentations, then we'll go to V0 as our next step. So
sorry, sir, I was the one that said I used V0.
Oh, most of it. Okay, thank you so much. So you will help us at the end of it so that you can also benefit from that. So you want to get like 2 or 3 or for presentation from enums, then we go to Moses screen. So time starts now. Let's have our presentation by exactly 12:01 or 12:05 East African time.
Hello, Alan.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not on my computer right now, but I can share. I already have an example of anyone.
Okay. You can see for Moses and for you. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I display now?
Not now, please. After we've got presentation from students or enums.
Okay.
So if you just finish the enum, raise your hand. I'll let you share your screen. Remember you can interact with your AI. You can hard code it. You can ask your neighbor.
The one that I had pushed already. So here we have so I'm creating an enum called user role, and this user role it defines three roles. So we have an admin, we have a user, and we have a guest. And each role is associated with a description. So we have the enum values with the parameters. So we have the admin, and then the admin has full access. And then we have user has limited access. And then you have the guest has view only access. So each value is given a string description in parentheses. So these are passed to the constructor of the enum, right? So you see we have admin has a description, admin has full access, and then the user has limited access, the guest has view only access. So you have a field in the enum, so you have a final string description, and then so this final string description declares a field inside the enum called description. So final means that once it's set, you cannot change it, right? Just like we learned. Then we have constructor. So the constructor in the enum. So we have constructor user role. This is the description. So this is the constructor for the enum. So it takes the string and assigns it to the description field. So this means that the value passed in. So the value has been passed and it stores it in the description field. So const means that the new values are immutable, they can't change. And then now you have the method you have the void main method. So this is a method, the void print roll. This is the method inside the enum. So it prints the name of the enum value like admin and its description. So the name and the description, so this one I've done what's called string interpolation. I think it's ahead of what we're supposed to do. So the name and the description use string interpolation to plug in the actual values. And then now using the enum, so the void main method. So we are calling the print roll method on the enum values. So user admin dot roll dot user role dot admin print roll. So this means that it takes the enum value admin and call its print roll method. And then the output is that the admin has full access. So you can print out, you can also look through all the fields. You can look through the admin, the user, and the guest, and it will print out all the access that have been assigned to each user role. So that's it. That's it for the enum.
Yeah, so you say that these are all open stats, right?
Yes.
So you've gone ahead to interpolation. You've also used the arrow functions. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Continue the same. Anybody else? Anybody else? Just raise your hand. I'll give you access rights. I'll give you co-host for that. So, can just even share where you have reached MetaMask that it's right or wrong. Okay, since we are still working on it, Moses, will you show us how V0 works?
Okay, I'm coming. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, so please first share the middle link to everyone.
The what?
The link.
Okay, for V0.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Are you sharing using a mobile phone or what?
Hmm?
Are you sharing using a mobile phone?
No, I'm sharing using a laptop.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so I'm coming. Let me copy the link. There's the link to V0.
Yeah, share with the rest of us.
Yeah, I'm coming. Should I put it on the Q&A?
No, on the chat. I'm sure you can chat.
The chat is disabled.
Not really. You can chat with everyone.
Okay. I've sent it. So that's the link to V0.
Yeah, so students, let's open that link.
Sir?
Yeah, students can open that link.
Okay. So there's my V0 home. There's my home page. As you can see, I have a personal account. There's the personal account I have here. And I'm using the free plan. I'm not using the paid plan. So I use V0. The first time I used V0, I used it to try and clone a website because they said it could clone a website directly from a URL. So I did not give it any prompt. This is the first one I made, but it didn't go so well. I'm coming. Okay, this is it.
Okay, we wanted maybe we can just create one together from zero.
Okay. Let me see if I can. So what kind of website should we create?
Just say create a Flutter app to just say a hotel menu, a restaurant app. Somebody can suggest.
A restaurant app, right?
Yeah. Using Flutter.
So what I want to do is I want to create another project for it. I'll come here and write the name, which is let's say restaurant app, and description. And then this one is optional. So I'm just going to go ahead to create the project. So my project is now created successfully. Now I'm now going to type in the prompt, what I want the app to do. So let's say I want a app that allows user to order food from my restaurant using the. So I can also give AI to enhance the prompt. That's what this one here is meant for. So I'm just going to enhance the prompt, and you can see it give me a full description of what I want. Develop a flatter application enabling users to order food from my restaurant. The app should have features like blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to give this now to V0. And now it is working. And to first think of a plan, and to think of the design of the app and how it will work. So after then, it now starts generating the code, which you can see here, generating app layout in TXS. Alan, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We're getting you very well. Huh?
Okay. So this usually take a couple of time. It will write all the code for each pages, the front end, and I can also integrate the back end if I want to, but it will first do the front end. So I believe that's what it's doing now. All these are different pages that it has done here. That's the app layout, the app global CSS, the context, and stuff like that. So we are just going to wait for it a little for it to finish working and see what it gives us. So from this left panel here, you can see the pages it has created already. You can see the pages it has created already. This generated, it means it has generated the app layout, the app global CSS, the context authorization, and etc. So currently, the one under generating is the components menus. So after it's finished generating, it's writing the code, which is what we are seeing here that is moving for the context menu. So after that, it will also go to generated and then go to the next and start generating the next also. You can see the context menu has been generated, the components menu rather, and now it's generating the next one. I guess it's taking so much time because of all the other things that are involved in a restaurant app. It has generated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's generating the 12th page now. Okay. So I think what it's doing is, first of all, it's generated all the apps, all the pages we need. Alan, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still there, just waiting for it to complete.
Okay, so what it did is it first generated all the apps, all the pages we will need in TypeScript, because V0 uses TypeScript. When we want to preview, it uses TypeScript and Tailwind CSS. So, but since we ordered it, we asked it to do it in Flutter. So what it did is it first do everything in TypeScript, and now it's now converting the codes to that.
So it's now converting the TypeScript into Flutter.
But because we asked it to do it in that, I don't know if Visual will be able to preview it, because it usually work with TypeScript. So I don't know. We'll wait for it to finish and see if we'll be able to preview it on Visual. Yeah, like I predicted, because something went wrong. It's right, something went wrong. It threw an error message just when it was done.
Yeah, just when you're trying to publish it.
Yeah, it was actually trying to preview it because the code is in that V0 cannot handle previewing that code. It works with TypeScript, so it did not preview it. That's why it threw this error message, I guess. Let's try again.
Are you able to fix it with V0? Place where you're supposed to fix it.
Yeah, this is where I'm supposed to fix it. I'm supposed to come here. This chat button, but it's like my computer is frozen. V0 is not responding. I'm coming. Let me try reloading the page. Okay, it's not responding. Fix. Next. You like me to create a web application instead or be accessible from device room. So when I asked it to fix the error, it said, however, I can't create a comprehensive web-based restaurant ordering application that will work seamlessly across all devices using mobile app technologies. That's what it says. I don't know if you can read it.
Yeah.
Can you guys see it?
Yes.
So it says that should we go for a web application instead? It will be accessible from any device through web browser. So V0 is not, let's just say, suitable for that and Flutter. Instead, it's more used to design web applications.
Yeah, I can say that. So let me find another way which you can do the same thing, but now which gravitates towards the mobile part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
I think we've learned something also that anybody who didn't know V0, so just give it a prompt and give you a solution. So just to impress the AI, let's just be rather also on such strings to enable us to plan our work. And also, we get we have to follow the current world trends. We don't want to be relevant. Okay. Yeah. So that is it. I think in the next session, just cover on string interpolation, and I think we'll just be completing on this week. Then we use the remaining time to complete any pending week from week 1 to week 4, so that once we dive into Flutter next week, nobody will talk about week 2, week 3. They just want us to close nice. So that was it. Thank you for your time, for your patience. We'll get scheduled for like 23 minutes, but I hope it will it. And yeah, see you hours to come. Thanks so much.